Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 29 in my Automate Everything Minecraft series. In today's episode, I am going to be building a proper mob spawning area for my new base. And I actually already have the shell kind of made up already. It's this building right here. And I even have like an inner chamber to where everything's going to be happening. I will be able to put up to 4 spawners in here, as indicated by the holes in the floor here. So let's get started in building this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use iron doors right here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and throw some levers up here. I'm not sure if they will open both or just one. It looks like it's just one. But anyways, so, whoops. That's funny. Anyways, since it's dark, I'm going to go ahead and take a nap. And then we will really get started. So the thing is, I would like to start spawning some stuff because I have rediscovered, I should say, that to get the tier 5 or void ore miner, and let's just take a look at this, we need, where's the tier 5 blocks? We need a bunch of nether stars, like a bunch of nether stars. Now the prismarine shards will not actually be too difficult, as we can use this recipe right here. I do have an atomic reconstructor on my old base, and I can make one for this new base as well. But it's pretty easy to get prismarine shards, but the nether stars are another story. There's only one real way to get those, and that is to kill the wither. Now to spawn the wither, we need nether skeleton skulls, and I don't really have a good supply of those right now. I did create a mob spawner, and I have it set up at my old base in my old spawnery, but I need a proper area over here in my new base to kill mobs. So what I'm gonna do is let's go ahead and cut some holes in the floor here and in the wall of my nice hardened glass. I think it looks alright. I do like the connected texture that they're using now. I don't think in the past that they had connected textures for the hardened glass, but that looks cool in my opinion. I am gonna have to spin those around, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and set up some more of these. These are the mob grinders, what I'm placing down right now. These are the actual machines that will do the killing. Much like I have a mob grinder at my old base. So like I said, I actually need to spin these around real fast. So let's go ahead and do that. The skull needs to point in towards the death. So that's cool. And I do have a basement in this building, and it is actually not quite as big as the building itself because I decided to resize the building because of difficulties I was having. I didn't make it big enough the first time around, so I had to make it bigger the second time. So it looks like the last mob grinder, excuse me, is actually over here. So we're going to have to chop a hole in the wall right here, for right now anyways. And we need to get these things power. And that won't actually be too hard. What I am going to do is dig out all of this right here. And to be honest, I'm probably destroying too much floor here, but that's okay. So we're going to be using a mixture of Ender energy conduits from Ender.io, which have a pretty good capacity of 20,480. Micro infinities per tick. I think micro infinities exactly line up with RF, so 1 micro infinity equals 1 RF. I'm not entirely sure on that, but it seems to be that is true. So that's kind of useful to know. These grinders do not take a whole lot of power, so we can go ahead and use these conduits all the way across. I'm going to go ahead and use some facades once I get these laid down. Okay, so I think somewhere in the middle of the room, actually, you know what? Let's run the power from, let's do it from something like right here. I have added doors in the basements of all these buildings so that I can access kind of the main underground road here. So that'll be nice to have. So what we're going to do is take some of the infinite flux duct that we have. Let's go ahead and place this down, use some covers, make it look nice, yada yada yada, and then we can go ahead and run this Actually, you know what? I've slightly changed my mind right here. Because I actually want to run it over here. Actually, I want to... Because of how I want to put the batteries, I want to put each spawner that I'm going to have up here to have its own battery. And so I'm going to run it something like this. So I guess this will work. Okay, that'll work fine. Yeah. And I barely have enough. That's cool. I want to cover these up real fast. And we can finish that. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to have an energy cell here, 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 and here. Now, last episode, I installed a lot of capacity for RF, energy generation-wise over here. It's something like 80,000 RF per tick, so... And I haven't really installed anything that's using RF, so we have a lot of energy that we can use right here. So that is definitely a good thing, as I'm going to slap some nice capacitors in some of these spawners. Now the only way these energy cells will produce or give out power is through the top, so that's what we're doing right now. And then we can go ahead and use these conduits right here. Now I will need to separate these because I want, like I said, each energy cell to power one spawner. And I actually need to take these away. I just realized the spawners will be in the floor. Duh. I need to take these away because what I need to do is I want to have some redstone control. Now how we're going to do this is... Actually, let's go ahead and grab 4 spawners. I think I have 4 spawners. So let's grab all 4 of those. I think they all are set to active with signal, which is what we want. So none of these should start spawning anything just yet. So what we're going to do is we want these to be input and then on different signal colors. So this first one will be red. This second one will be green. This one can be brown, and this one can be blue. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take these and let's run them over here. So the nice thing about conduits from Ender.io is you can use the same block space for several conduits, and that's what we're going to do over here. So we have red, green, brown, blue. Okay, let's see if I can remember that. And then how we're going to do this is let's run them across like this, and they're going to go up, I think, into this. Okay, so let's go back up. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to go all the way up. I think I'm gonna have the levers right here. So how I'm going to do that is take out 4 of those, place 4 conduits, do the same thing over here. And then we're going to not place facades yet. Actually, I think we have to. I really didn't want to, but let's see here. Yes, I can put levers here. And then I think if I grab my wrench, I will not be able to see. Shoot. Okay, so one thing I definitely can do is this right here. Okay, so we had red and green, red and brown over here, and then green and blue over there. So this one will be an output for red, and this one will be an output for green. And then over here, let's get rid of these facades because we kind of need to. Stupid elevator. Anyways. And I actually don't need this top one. So what's going to happen is let's click this. This will be an output for... Okay, Now I've already forgot. So this one actually needs to be brown, I think. Because it's red, brown, and then green and blue. Yes. So this one does need to be green. And then this one needs to be brown. And I've got everything flipped around. These need to be inputs. And I don't know why this is resetting, or that one reset. Okay, so these need to be inputs. The other ones need to be outputs. I don't know why I'm reversing this. This is pretty simple. Okay, so brown. Okay, these need to be outputs. Because they need to output the signal to the spawners. Okay, so hopefully I've got everything fixed. We'll see in a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this up with some facades. Let's also throw down some torches. And let's use some facades here as well. And then we can go ahead and use our levers. Okay, so yeah, that seems to work. I don't think I have power to my mob grinders yet. So we're going to have to do that real fast. Yeah, we definitely don't. So, actually, let's grab another couple energy cells real fast. And let's just use the regular ones because like I said, these grinders don't need a whole lot of power. And what we can do is set one up over here, output on the face, and then do the same thing over here. Actually, no, not output on the face, output on the top. And then how I'm going to do this is, hopefully nothing falls on me. Okay, so that should start the death, theoretically. Okay, so that seems to have worked, hopefully. Cool. And so let's block all this up, make it look nice and tidy. So it seems like we have power, we have redstone control. The next thing I want to do is I want to add some signs so that I know exactly what lever corresponds to what mobs. That way I don't actually have to go in and check every time. So let's finish this real fast. And then let's do some checking. Okay, so the first one will be Enderman, and that one will be Pink Slime. I do have signs here. Okay, something is wrong, because... Okay, that makes things easy. Sheep is that one. I think this one was Pink Slime. Yeah, I've got these things set up wrong. Because I can see it's that far corner is the one that's going. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this out real fast. I'm going to get the levers corresponding to the correct spawners, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, so I do have everything labeled correctly now, and everything seems to be working anyways. So if we flip all of these on, we should start seeing some stuff spawn and then be killed pretty quickly. It does look like all of the spawners are active right now, so that's a good thing. One thing I do want to change, though, is all of these have kind of crappy capacitors. So let's go ahead and make 4 of these guys, because they are the best capacitors that we can make. So let's grab these and head in here. And let's just replace these guys. So yeah, these things can use a lot of power. For the Enderman, that's 16,000 RF per tick. That's pretty high. But the thing is, we do have a lot of power to go around, so that's not, I mean, too bad. The blazes are also quite a bit. That wasn't even blazes, that was pink slime. Wow, the pink slime is more than the blazes. That's crazy. Anyway, so we have a lot of, we should be able to spawn a lot of mobs with these spawners. So let's go ahead and test that out real fast, just to see what insanity looks like. This is crazy. So the thing is, I don't have anything set up just yet to actually collect all the drops. But that's actually not too difficult. And we can run over here, because I haven't used a very useful item that we can go ahead and use now. And that is the vacuum hopper. Now this will pull items toward it or into it. And they will work even through floors, so they are really useful. I do have them automated, so let's go ahead and make several of these guys. And then I will need inventories to collect or connect them to, so let's go ahead and grab some, not molecular assemblers, because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some modular storage here. So let's grab these, let's grab a bunch of these, and let's go ahead and set up a bunch of vacuum hoppers. Now, I can't quite remember what their area is, but it's something like 7 by 7 or something like that. So let's see here. You know what? Let's actually go in here and let's dig some holes in the floor. Kind of try to mark where we want our hoppers. So let's do one something like this. And I'm aware I will have to replace all those blocks, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so I think that's pretty good locations for everything. So let's, and of course it's right there. You know what, let's move these. Let's actually move these in. Do something like this. Let's get rid of some of this junk. It's actually not junk, it's actually the stuff I'm looking for. Okay, so let's try the... And of course there's more stuff in the way. Now we might be able to work around that. This is being a pain. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna try this. So the vacuum hoppers are actually going to be one below the floor. So like here, 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 and theoretically would be right here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so these should grab up everything that we need, but they actually need an inventory to go to, so that's what the modular storage units are for. Let's go ahead and set these up when we actually need to do something like that, and that looks like that will be working. Trying to get that thing to face. Okay, that works. Whatever. We need to left click apparently to get our output to be set up. I didn't place one over here. Whoops. that one played a little better with me. So this one can be the front. This one can be the front as well. And let's try that again. Okay, so everything should be in place. Let's get rid of these modular storage units. They're actually probably stuck in here. They are. Go ahead and facade everything up. I need regular stone for that. Whoops. Okay, so let's turn these things on again, and hopefully we won't see any mob drops still hanging around. Hopefully everything will get sucked up. It does look like they were moving. They're not moving far enough. They're all congregating right there, and I'm not sure why those items are doing that. Okay, so... Okay, so I think the items are going right towards the middle where the suction between the hoppers is equal. So I have too many hoppers. I'm gonna have to move them at the very least. Is there any way to see the range of these things? I'm not really sure. So one thing I do need to do is I do need to grab some flux duct wherever it is and repair these lines. Oh, well, that's not cool. So I didn't really get anything to go into the hoppers, which is not ideal. Okay, so that works out. Okay, that works. And just because I'm a little aesthetically, that looks better. I could try to place fewer hoppers kind of in the middle. You know what? Let's and I don't know where that would have gone. Let's try that. I know I still have a fourth one over there, but come on. That actually seems to work better. I could have gone like extremely low tech and gone with... Okay, let's shut these off. I could have gone extremely low tech like I did last time and go with just plain hoppers as the floor. And right now I'm kind of thinking about that because this is not working super well. Let's see, which ones did the best? I'm not getting hardly anything. Okay, so none of them did well at all. I got some pink slime. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, yeah. Okay, so they're not going through the floor. In the past they did. So I think I am going to have to change this up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera real fast and rip all the hoppers out and stuff, and I'm going to explore some alternative options here. So I'm going to be back in a little bit. So I think I found a pretty good solution, and they are the vacuum chests from the mod Ender.io. Now, I kind of thought the vacuum hoppers that I was using was from Ender.io, but apparently that's not the case. They are from the mod OpenBlocks. So these actually should work a lot better as we can paint them, so we can use them in the floor without any problems. Now, another awesome thing about these is that they have a range, and you can see the range. The range is really, really good. So that is pretty fantastic. Let's see if we can use them as a facade. We cannot. That's not completely unexpected, though. And as we see, that sucked that other vacuum chest up pretty nicely. So let's go ahead and use these guys, and we don't need too many of them, to be honest. So I think let's go ahead and place down some stone. Start placing the floor back. I think I'm going to have them be, let's put one here, and let's get the vacuum chest out of the vacuum chest. Right here, and then something like right here. Cool. So now that we have these placed down, let's go ahead and as you can see, that worked out pretty well. Let's go ahead and set up some import buses, because I am relatively confident that these are going to work just perfectly. So we can go ahead and set these guys up. We can have 4 acceleration cards per import bus, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of our other vacuum chests, and let's get some covered cable and some ME conduits here. So we need to decide exactly how we want to run the applied energistics cabling in here. And I think right through this wall right here would be perfect. So let's go ahead and lay that down. Oh, that's cool. If you're holding conduit of any type, it reveals what the real blocks are. So we can see these are vacuum chests as we hold the conduit. Whoops. Which one did it go to? Wait, where'd it go? Okay, I lost some of them. I still have some of them, though. Okay, anyways, let's not worry about that, I guess. So let's go ahead and set this up. Let's just set them all up real fast. Okay, so now we need to figure out how to actually hook these up and make it look all right. So I think our best bet is just going to be do this. And it's not going to look the best, but it's not like we're going to like live down here or anything, so I mean, whatever. And then we can run this like so. Okay, so our buses should be set up. Let's go ahead and facade everything up. There's the rest of my facades. They were just separated. I don't know why I was freaking out. So hopefully this works better than our last completely failed attempt. I need more facades. And by more facades, I need one more facade. Okay, so I did replace, I think, the pink slime spawner with my wither skeleton spawner, because that's kind of what I'm looking to spawn right now, and that's what I need. The wither skeleton skulls is what I really, really need from this system, so that, you know, pretty soon I can spawn withers, and because I need those nether stars, and nether stars are just, they're nice to have because they're useful in a lot of different recipes. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this thing out again. Let's throw down our torches that we had. And that seemed to work because it took the torch before I could take it. Okay, so I actually need to grab a capacitor. I have not replaced the capacitor in the wither skeleton spawner with a good one. So might as well do that before we fire it up. I think I placed it right here. So how much can this take? 32,000. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. I'm not even sure. I might have to replace that conduit. Oh my. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so I do need yeah. So I kind of thought that might be the case. What I think I'm gonna have to do, because this thing, oh my goodness, that uses a lot of power. So I'm actually gonna have to install another battery here, and that won't be a problem really, but that's crazy. So I want to do that real fast before I forget. We're gonna need a couple more of these. We're gonna need another facade, another couple facades. We're gonna need a... Oh, do I not have any more cryo flux duct? Well, I guess we're gonna have to make this work. And then a conversion kit for the energy cell. Okay, so let's actually turn that off. It is spawning a lot of those things, though. How we're going to do this is we're just going to put this extra energy cell, like, right here. And we're going to run the conduit. Oh, I guess I only need one of them. Right there. So that should give us enough throughput. And I realized I can't get out of here. Yeah, I can. There we go. Now I can get out. Okay, that's the facade. We need our energy cell to be right here with an output to the top. We should be able to connect that up like so. It should get power. Let's upgrade it. Okay, so that should work. It's not super ideal how I have that set up. You know what, let's actually change this. Oh, shoot. Okay, so the energy cell did make it back to the system, which is what I wanted to see. Let's grab some more of this. Because I think how I'm going to actually do this is set up the energy cell right here, have output to the back, and then do that. And we need to have that not be connected at all. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's go ahead and try that again. Hopefully we won't be running out of power. That's good. Cool. So we do have enough power. So I think that's a pretty good wrapping up point. In today's episode, I made this nice spawner building. Everything should be automatically imported into my applied energistic system. And I should be able to spawn a lot of stuff because I have a lot of power capacity and I have awesome capacitors and 4 spawners. Let's actually see what this thing can do. So let's turn all of them on. Anyways, so if you like... Okay, that was a bad idea. Bad idea. So if you... My goodness. If you liked today's episode, give it a like. If you like automation in modded Minecraft, subscribe to my channel because that's kind of what I do. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.